What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about 8 different altcoins today. We're going to be talking about PLI for Benji the Third, Zcash for soya sauce, SUI, SEI, and APT for Yield Maxer in Orlando, AGI for Disney is Greedy, Smiley for Peter Davies, and finishing it all up with Rose for Low and Hers. I'm going to do something real quick. Just gotta move this over to here. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. Without any further ado, let's get into this. This one's pretty easy. I actually I made a video without making a video. I'm going to make sure I'm recording actually now. Yes, I am. So I already kind of did this without recording, but you are, finding support in your 61869, came up to your 382, found resistance. This is pretty common whenever in regards to like going lower. I do think you'll see a low somewhere around the 786 to 886. Look for this 2.45 cent area as support. If not, you might be going down to about 1.95 cents, right below 2 cents there. I don't think that you'd go below this 886, and I'm kind of anticipating that you would hold this 786 area, but just be aware, you absolutely can go down here and everything's fine. I don't think that you'd go lower, but probably lower nonetheless. Daily RSI is rejecting off of its 50. It has been for a while. If you look, it's really having a hard time showing any signs of strength. No problems showing signs of weakness below this green line for quite some time. You just rejected it. I'm sure you're going to go down. So probably again around 2.4, 2.45, something like that cents. If not, down to about 1.95 cents. That's PLI. Let's move on to Zcash, ZEC. For Coinbase. By the way, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you want financial advice, go seek a financial advisor. If I had any advice, it would be, do your own research. Forget the financial advisors. They're just legally allowed to advise you, but they're just like you and me, man. They can be wrong, and they have more experience, sure, than some people do, but they can be wrong, man. They will take your money, whether they're right or they're wrong. They will take your money. So just be aware of that. Financial advisors cannot. They don't guarantee gains, but I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And if you want to click through the timestamps, I've got all the coins on timestamps below too, but I meant to say that in the beginning, but here we are saying it now. Anyways, on the weekly, Zcash here, looking at this low to, nope, that's not the low. I like to do the relative low. This one, to me, it's more relevant. Yeah, you bounced right off your 1272, came back up. It's not common to go all the way to your 69 like this, but you did, finding resistance on your 786 as well. You're probably going to go lower. I bet you do. No surprise there. I think, actually, I did make a call back here saying that Zcash was going to form new lows. And look at how it's happening, man. I don't think it's stopping. You're probably going to go all in all with this, with the way it looks. I wonder, actually. Maybe this is the more relevant one to take. Pretty damn close there. Yeah, you probably do go to about 1550. You're going down, man. I would think at least there, if not 1351. I don't think you'd go much below that, but somewhere around there. It doesn't look friendly at all. Very weak weekly RSI. Look at the daily, just beautiful downtrend. You're at the top of this trend, right? If you had like a line coming down as like resistance, you're at that area of resistance now. You're probably going to come back down to the oversold zone. Whenever you get to the oversold zone, you'll see stronger moves on a daily perspective. You're hanging on a thread right now. You're going to drop ass and give out, and it's probably going to move lower. Though I have to say, I kind of like this volume profile. I do think you go lower, but I do kind of like that volume. There's hope, man. There might be hope that you form a double bottom or a slightly lower low. Maybe you do not go to 15.5. Let's see here if I can get these fibs drawn on properly. Make sure my mic's not muted. It is not. We're good. 1742, 1570 down there. Yeah, there's a lot pointing down to that 1550 area. So probably around there is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Lower nonetheless. Lower nonetheless. Nice volume. Finding resistance at previous areas of support that you held as support from June all the way up until basically this month. So confirming resistance, moving down. That I would definitely expect that you would go lower. So that's Zcash, easy enough. SUI, USD, United States dollar. Is this the right chart? Do we want to use that chart? This goes back to May. This goes back to May as well. So we'll use this one because I don't know. Maybe we can use. I wonder if there's, yeah, Tetherus. We'll use the Tethers. Tethers is good. I kind of like this chart, man. It's just like a whole U. It's a really nice structure, honestly. If anything, the upside's been more ferocious than the downside was. Downside lasted longer, but look, you're all the way back at these highs, and it took you a lot less time. It's like 2/3 of the time was this, 1/3 of the time was this, like literally. Beautiful. I really like it. Volume's increasing as you're moving up. This is a nice chart, man. Gotta say. What's the what is SUI market cap? SUI. 1.4 billion. Okay. Kind of a high market cap for something that's been around since May of last year. Not even a year's worth of existence. Kind of a high market cap. If you were to see a 10x, that would put you over $10 billion, which is quite the achievement. I think it's possible for it to see that. That would take you all the way up to about $13. Obviously, I could have done that in my head, man. As far as 100x goes, I don't think so. So maybe something between like a 10 to 40x you could be in store for in this cycle, which is pretty decent. I do bet you come back down for the time being, though. You have a double top here, bearish divergence in your RSI. Looking like you've kind of found a relative top. You're going to come down, find support down here, something like that. So that would imply a drop more or less immediately. You could go to 85 cents, 86 cents, probably a little bit below 85 cents actually. Right in the middle, I bet you go, man. I really do. I bet you go right there. Right here, I'll put it. I have a whole process, I promise. I bet you're going to go right there. Right to 80 cents. Right in the middle of this range. If not 80 cents, maybe a little bit higher, but something between 80 and 85, 86 cents, something like that. Closer to 80 cents is what I'm thinking. Down from here, let's see if there's anything in the more relative fibs that agree. Yeah, you got your 6. I mean, your 786. A lot of cryptos like their 786 right now, and that's at the 80. Very strong move. You could see a deep retracement with something like this. That would come back and find support on this little line that you've got going up here, right? Like something like that. Maybe a little tighter, whatever. But I don't know. Maybe not. If you were to come down quickly, which you might, I would think this little pop, it might be given back quickly, but I still think you'll get a higher low. However it looks, you're going to get a higher low, and I would expect it to be around 80 to 86 cents personally is what I'm thinking. So that's SUI. Going down from here, very overbought. Yeah. Nice volume though, man. Going down from here does not mean that this thing's done building just yet. It just might be taking a little break for a second. But it's got more to go for sure in the scheme of things. SEI, hard to say. I remember talking about this one recently. It's really hard to say because it's such a new chart. Very nice reaction, very decent volume, but you probably do see some kind of a pullback. I would bet that if most of the market starts pulling back, we really get like a more convincing, because right now Bitcoin's at 42. It's been bouncing between 42, 43K. There's a lot of hope still that Bitcoin can bounce back and gain strength, and maybe it does. Nobody knows the future, but I think as we move lower, as we break 40K, a lot of the spirit of the bulls is going to be broken, and this really does look like a topping formation, man. That looks like a classic like double top. You got this horned shape right here. Right? It's not friendly. I would think you would at least pull back to about 38 cents, probably a little bit below it, right here in this area of consolidation. It wouldn't surprise me if you found support down here even. You could go all the way back to 22 cents, man, if not 30 cents, somewhere in there. Hard to say with this one, as I was saying in the beginning, but I would at least expect 38 cents. If not, look for that 22 cent area. It could happen, or somewhere in between. But lower is where I think you're going. You got some bearish divergence on your daily here. Volume's dying off. You're having higher daily closes. Not a friendly look, man. Really not good. Bearish divergence on your 4 hour. It just looks worse as you zoom out. Yeah, you were building, and now you broke out. You back tested this support line. It looks like. Let's see. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. So you didn't. Whatever. But nonetheless, it doesn't look good. To me, it doesn't look good, man. Yeah, you're probably about to start dropping. So that's SEI. Pretty easy for all these, right? They're just all dropping. I'd feel like SEI is probably the harder one out of all of them so far to dissect, but that one I'm a little iffy about as far as where the price is. That's why I gave it such a big range. But 38 cents, I would expect at a minimum below 38 cents actually. 618 resistance, came back down, found support on your 382, finding resistance on your 0.5. Yeah. Rejected your overbought zone, bearish divergence. coming down, forming a little trend. You probably go lower. I bet you go just below this line. I bet you go around $7.30 to $7, somewhere in that range, before you start making strides higher. But that's probably it. You probably go oversold, a little bit of a downtrend in your RSI right now. Probably get to that oversold zone. You might bounce right off it. You might dip into it, but something below these lows here, below 780, probably above 670, somewhere in between. And I would put a high emphasis on that like $7 area personally, $7 to $7.25 really. But that's Aptos, pretty decent one there. As far as like what it does afterwards, you'd probably make strides up to above this $11.64 area. Probably getting to the 786, 886 might, you might see something like this come into play, where you come down to this zone, you come up, you find resistance in this zone, and you come back down, you find support in this zone, and then you make a stride up high or something like that, right? And that would take you, by the time you break all-time highs, that'd be like sometime next year, and you wouldn't really start breaking these highs until like the middle of this year or later. And that lines up with a lot of predictions I have. But I doubt it happens exactly like this, but I wasn't drawing that with purpose, just more of an idea as to like where the price targets are going to be hit. But it could look just like that, man. That looks, it's doable. Anyways, that's APT. AGI, all these A whatevers, man. SUI, APT, AGI, SUI, SEI. Let's see. MEXC, Delicium. Probably MEXC. Vantage. Never heard of that one. Never heard of that before. Probably going to do Gate.io or MEXC. I'll do MEXC, I'm sorry. High here, low there. I don't know if I like that high. Might be first day mania. Looking constructive, really. This might be the first one that continues to go up, actually. Does a little differently from the rest of the pack, maybe. Let's look at the daily. Such a new chart, hard to say, man. I don't know, I like it. I think it does want to continue going higher, even with today looking the way it does. You've had a day that looked like that here, and then boom, you continue to go higher. Had a day that kind of looked like that here, and you went higher. So very bullish day, and then you went down. So it's like, it likes to play mind games, as do a lot of small cap coins. Low to high. I like it, man. I really do actually like it. I think it goes down probably again to like 41 cents, maybe in the immediate term, but I think you're getting ready to move up higher. I think you're in an established uptrend. You just formed your higher low. Your next stop is a higher high. If you don't form a higher high, you would at least form a slightly lower high or a double top or a slightly higher high, like something higher than it is now. But I do think maybe in the more immediate term you go down a little bit. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, overbought a little bit, but it looks good. Like, honestly, I think it looks decent. You're above the green line, solid break. Not a lot of volume, but whatever. It's probably a low volume coin in itself, so whatever. Yeah, I think you want to go higher. As long as you don't close below 3.9 cents on a daily basis, 3.92 cents on a daily basis. It wouldn't be encouraging to close below like 42.6 cents either on a daily basis, but really that's your these low closes are your last line of support here. As long as you're not doing either of those things, I think you're good, man. You probably make a move up to 11 cents, maybe even 15 cents. Let's see what you've done. We'll give this one a little bit more of a closer look, right? Top to bottom here, 2618 hit, nice. Deep extensions, of course, because we're dealing with small fibs. Top to bottom here. Come on now. Look at that, 2272. You like those deep extensions, man. Hit that 1272, showing respect. Yeah, looking good, bro. This one's a little bit bigger than the other ones, so I'm going to limit it to that 1618, but that's still deep from here, man. That's 15.6 cents. Here you are at 5 cents right now. Yeah, you might see some growth. Maybe by sometime in February you'll be up here, man. Like early February. potentially by the end of this month, but I doubt it. But yeah, you look good. This one looks good. I'm gonna give it the go ahead for more upside. You are, again, overbought on your 4-hour. You do probably pull back a little bit, but I think, again, you probably pull back to about 4.6 cents, 4.7 cents, maybe 4.2 cents, somewhere around there. But lower from here just a little bit, and then higher. If not, just immediately higher. But I do, yeah. That 1 hour looks kind of nice too, but hard to say. Those things can change really quickly. I like the daily. The weekly is a bit not enough to go off of, honestly, but doesn't look too bad. It's just brand new. But that's AGI. Probably goes up, just immediately goes down a little bit, and then up more around 15 and a half cents, something like that, or higher, It could go higher. Smiley. I think I'm gonna have to use Dex Screener. Yeah, let's use Dex Screener for this bad boy. Oh, damn it, I didn't check if I used the right one. If you're ever wondering, you know, I've said this a few times. Oh, that's not right. Smiley. Come on now. I just typed it in, and it. Oh, I didn't type it right. My bad. Smiley. I think I did SIM, not SMI. Volume. Volume will help you pick the right one. And yes, I did pick the right one. You want the one with the highest volume, because that's going to have, you know, highest volume equals most people agree about it. So this thing was a nothing coin for a very long time, going up and down a little bit here and there, and then let's see, since June of 2023, and now it's just bamboozling the world, man. What is going on with this thing? Whoa, holy crap. This is the kind of thing that makes me like be upset with my constituents for not telling me about this sooner. Look at that, guys. Wow. 4 days, 18,270. That's a 182x, 183x, almost a 184x. Bro, you had all this time to accumulate it. What were you guys doing? What what was I doing? Man, that's crazy. I wonder what its market cap is. It's pretty. It's a good name for a meme coin. If it's a meme coin, probably is. Market cap is that. Is this the right one, though? Price is 5.4. No, that's not the right one. Might be this one. No, I don't know. Oh, I'm looking at it wrong. I'm sorry. I was looking at AGI, not this one. 0.10. It is this one, though. Unknown market cap. I don't know. Might be some tomfoolery. Could be a rug pull. I wouldn't put my money in it, guys. I mean, why wouldn't I put my money in it? It's very, very simple. In 4 days, it went up 183x. Yes, in 4 more days, could it do the same thing? Let it do it without you. Just accept it wasn't your fate. If you bought it before and you got lucky, you should get out. That's not financial advice, though it should be. It absolutely should be. Look, it's breaking the charts, man. You've got green volume on a red day. That doesn't make sense. Why is it green? But whatever. There's nothing to be done as far as TA goes on this thing. I wish I could, but there's nothing. Absolutely not. Like what? Let's see. Is that even the low? Crazy, bro. Go ahead and degen on this thing if you want to. To be fair, it's finding support on its 2272. I bet you went to your 3272, didn't you? Let's just do this. There we go. 3414, 3272. Nope, not even there. I don't know. It could just be blind luck that it found support on that 2272. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Good job. Good job for anybody. The very small and few amounts of people who are probably holding it down here and have held it all the way through. Good job, guys. That's phenomenal gains. That's why I love crypto. You can see stuff like this, but the thing is too, what goes up like this will come down just like that as well. So I bet it does pull back at some point. Watch it continue to grow, but I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. I'm just kind of basking in the glory of it. I hope anybody holding it is taking profits. You don't have to take everything off the table, but you should take a large 183x in 4 days, bro. You did it. You did it. Just take your trophy and go. But that's Smiley. Talking about Rose now. Sorry that wasn't much TA, but there's really not much TA to be said. Oasis Network. Is this the right chart to use? No, that's not what I meant to do. We'll use Binance. Overbought, came out of the overbought zone. You were above the green line, now you're below it. Finding turbulence there. Yeah, you probably come down. You probably go to about 8.77 cents, if not 6.3 cents, somewhere I know, all the way down there. The reason why I'm giving credit that you might actually find support up here is you've got resistance, and I did draw it right below that line. Here's your 382, but oftentimes you do go a little bit below it. And what's right below that 382 is these wicks right here, right? I'm going to delete this little squiggle that I drew for no reason. Come on now. Right there, right, wicks. A little bit of wicks right here in this consolidation phase, a little support right off of it there. You might go to about 8.16 cents. That's what I'm thinking, between 8.7 to 8.16, somewhere around there, but down nonetheless is what I think. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, daily's in a downtrend. Yep. Daily's in a downtrend. You were in an uptrend. You had these higher lows, higher highs. You broke out of it. You just broke out of it. So, assuming that that's not a good thing, and it probably isn't. Whenever the price decides to break out of its uptrend, which maybe it continues to do this for a second, and then it goes down, something like that. Maybe it just drops out from here. You do have a kind of flat base and descending highs, so you could, I know that's not a perfectly flat drawn line, there you go. It could drop out sooner than later. You are rejecting the 50, but down to around 8 cents to 8.7 cents is what I think. So that's Rose, man. That's everything. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. Good job on the smiley faces out there. Take profits. You bought that crap coin so that you could take profits, right? So don't forget to do that. And if you're feeling the FOMO on it, trust me, I am too, but I'm not going to act on it. You should never act on FOMO. Very, very rarely does it actually pan out, guys. FOMO, you know what you should act on is not FOMO, but like that gut-wrenching feeling, like whenever you just lost a bunch of money, right? Not financial advice, just my personal experience here, but whenever you pick the wrong stock or the wrong coin and it drops and you feel like, oh, why did I buy that? I shouldn't have done that. That's when you should buy that, because that's normally after a big drop, and that's normally whenever people who are looking to buy in, they actually are licking their chops at the bit to get into something like that. It's, mark my words, man, the only thing I'm saying, it's not advice, but it's just something that I've noticed in myself. When you feel FOMO and you act on it, bad. Whenever you feel that gut-wrenching feeling that makes you want to look away from the charts, good. Should have put money in. It's like opposite. So, but with that, I leave you. If there is a winner, obviously Smiley has demolished the world, but I would say the winner is probably AGI. Probably AGI, because it's the least likely to make you lose all of your money overnight. So, and it's the only one that looks like it wants to go up like more, relatively speaking, and is safe. Watch Smiley go up another 1000x, man. I don't know, but I would stay away from it. I'm not going to put my money into it. Do what you want. It's up to you. It's your money. But if you do mess with it, small amounts, very small amounts. And just because it drops 90%, let me show you, man. Let me show you. From here to where it's already dropped 80%. Just because it drops 90% doesn't so what? You're in the middle of nowhere. You could drop from there, absolutely. You could drop all the way back down to here on your daily high close. That's another 85%. So just because it's dropped 90% doesn't mean it's a good time to throw money into it. Just because it keeps moving up without you doesn't mean it's a good, especially less so to put money into it. But do what you want. I'm not a financial advisor. Take care. Hit that like button, subscribe to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Good job. Disney is greedy. Congrats to the winner.